Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Robcast, Revenge of the Nerd podcast. Hi, it's me, Rob Sacchetto, the inventor of zombie portraits and lover of all things pop culture. And since we're on the subject, let's talk about Army of the Dead, shall we? It seems to be the big topic of discussion for the entire kind of pop culture landscape out there this weekend. Everybody seems to be talking about it. Everybody seems to have an opinion on it, questions. It's a huge point of discussion. If we had water coolers at the office, we would be huddled around them talking about Army of the Dead, of course. And since I don't have the movie, I can't hold it up and show you. But I will eventually get it when it comes out, and hopefully it'll be out like relatively soon, within the next few months or so. That is to say, I really enjoyed it. So I'm going to give it a very good rating in terms of how much I enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of Netflix films and just a lot of films in general recently, and this one would have to be one of the highlights. It's fun. It's just a fun movie. The zombies are great. And, before I get too much into the zombie culture thing, I just want to really talk about how much I enjoyed this movie, how much it was sort of just a fun thrill ride type of film. It was, sure, it had serious parts, and I don't think I'm really going to get into a lot of, spoilers here for this review. I don't really need to, talk about the specific details that much. Suffice to say that it is a really fun movie. It's very engaging, and I'm going to start right from the top and say the opening sequence is better than some entire movies I've seen recently, and I'm talking about Cold Pursuit, which was the worst piece of shit I've seen. You know what? I think that I might have had a half an hour left of that movie, and I just turned it off. I couldn't watch it anymore. It was just the worst thing I've ever seen. That's a Netflix film with Liam Neeson. That one with Russell Crowe where he plays the crazy guy in traffic. I couldn't believe how bad that was, and I remember seeing people online praising that movie. Oh, it's so gripping. That movie was the most trope-laden thing I'd ever seen in recent memory. It checked off every single box for cliched things. Literally right to the very end credits where everything is over and you hear the sirens of the cops, and it was like a bad TV show. So those are just some of the pieces of shit that I've seen recently. So seeing this movie, Army of the Dead, was fantastic. Zack Snyder has a real flair for this kind of content, as he proved before with his other zombie movie that everyone, I'm sure, fondly remembers. I own that movie too, and I love that film. One of the better remakes of any film that I've seen. And I've seen a lot of movies. The thing that qualifies me for critiquing stuff like this is basically I've been involved in the zombie genre ever since I was a kid. I actually made it a career in 2006, and I have not stopped since. I wrote the Zombie Handbook, How to Survive the Coming Apocalypse. And Zombiewood, Illustrated Zombiewood. I've created a new zombie drawing every single day since 2008 and posted it on the internets. What else? I've been in countless articles about zombies and things of that nature. Writing the Zombie Handbook was a massive thing to me. I took it very seriously, even though it was a kind of a tongue-in-cheek, book at times. But the way I look at zombies is the genre is really, really wide open to interpretation when it comes to the actual zombies themselves. what really bothers me is when people go, oh, George A. Romero's zombies are gospel. It's like, really, man? Are they, though? Like, you can interpret zombies. He interpreted zombies the way he wanted to. Why can't anyone else after that do that? That's what it's always mystified me. I just wonder how people's like thought patterns work now. It's a lot different from when I was younger. Like the ideology that people have now is like very bizarre and skewed. And it's like, if you don't believe this, it's wrong. And it's like, man, really? Like, zombies are the one thing out of all the horror tropes, aside from maybe vampires, like everybody sort of does little takes on things here and there. But like, there's so many hard and fast rules to like vampires, werewolves, the mummy, and blah, blah, blah. Zombies is the one place where you can go, look, man, it all depends on how the zombie became a zombie. What turned them into a zombie? Was it an alien? And that's what happened in George Romero. Like, that's what happened in Night of the Living Dead. It was an alien virus or something from space that created those zombies, if you remember. And a lot of people don't remember that movie. They just quote shit that they've seen online. And it's like, zombies aren't fast. And it's like, the first zombie you see in Night of the Living Dead is fast. It uses a rock to smash a window. Think about it. You can't do that if you're like, grrr. So, look, man, I don't want to hear any of the belly aching about like, oh, these zombies are like this. And they're yeah. Look, there's you know what? I love this movie for many reasons. And one of the reasons is you have both. You have your fast zombies, and you have your slow zombies, and you have your intermediate zombies, okay? And apparently even robot zombies. I didn't really catch it, but I'm going to watch it again. I watched it twice, so I didn't really see and grasp it that much, but I will, and I'm sure there's like a lot of theories to that too, why there are robot zombies, if there are. But yeah, like with zombies, you can do anything. Zack Snyder decided he wanted to do zombies like this, thinking zombies. George Romero did it in a lot of his movies. They were starting to think again. They were starting to like plan and organize. So please don't use George A. Romero as a fucking papal bull that everyone has to go. If it's not those zombies, it's not zombies for me. It's like, look. Enough of that. At least watch those movies before you start quoting them or cribbing from them to prove your point, because you sound like an idiot when you do that. Okay? I've actually watched those movies a million times. I own those movies. I know what happened in them. Okay? It's called canon, and that's the thing. And besides, you don't need to say, well, what happened in this zombie movie has to happen in that zombie movie, okay? So that's, like, guys, you gotta relax, man. Just enjoy the shit. And another thing, too, is a lot of times I've seen online, like, oh, well, that wouldn't work in real life. Why are we talking about real life when it comes to a zombie movie? Anyway, like, a lot of things that work in real life shouldn't be working in a zombie movie, physics-wise probably, or in any other terms, okay? Like, come on, man. You guys gotta relax. Like, I don't know where, it's almost like people, like, love to get pissed off at stuff. And, you see that so much in Star Wars. Like, the Star Wars fandom is, like, brutal for that. But I never thought I'd see that much in zombie things until this movie. I don't get it. This movie was really fun. There's plot holes in it. No shit, man. There's plot holes in every fucking movie. Like, name any movie, I'll give you, I will identify a plot hole in it. Are we watching movies to find plot holes in them now? Is that what we're doing? Is it like, is everybody an armchair critic where we're like, oh yeah, well, in the third act, this, no, look, man. Firstly, I watched that movie. I was hungover, watched it with my nephew. We had a fantastic time. I watched it again yesterday in the morning. Had a fantastic time again watching it. It was just a lot of fun. There was great gore scenes. Dave Bautista, was great. I really love him. I'm really starting to warm up to him. I've always loved him as a wrestler, man. I'm a wrestling fan too. I've always loved him as a wrestler. The last time he came back, it didn't work out for him, but that wasn't kind of really his fault. But he made good with it anyway. He leaned into the heel, the asshole heel guy. Sort of character. So the last major time he came back. So yeah, he's great. He really invokes a lot of sympathy. I find you can really feel his pain when he is hurt, like even like physically and emotionally. I find that he really brings that out a lot, and it's great. Like he really does a good job of doing that. The casting was great. I love the safe cracking guy. When he would like scream when things would happen. Like, how do you not find that funny? Like, obviously the movie was not supposed to be like this super serious, like, humorless film. It wasn't like a Christopher Nolan movie, okay? So Christopher Nolan movies don't have any humor at all. And that's not what this was. This had humor. That had lighthearted elements. It had serious moments for sure. And by no means am I calling it perfect. I'm not saying this is the perfect zombie movie. It was a very good, enjoyable film, man. And I don't know why people who are shitting on it. I think they're just not happy people. Maybe they're incapable of being happy with watching movies, or maybe these movies aren't for them. Because I'm one of those guys that if I don't like something, I try to stay away from it. I don't try to hurt myself by watching it, so I'll get pissed off at it. Like people who shit on the Marvel movies all the time. Oh, those movies suck. They're shitty. Well, don't watch them then. Those movies were maybe not made for you. You ever think of that? Get away from them. Maybe, like they don't make them for you probably. And I know what time it is, man. If a movie isn't made for me, I'm probably not going to watch it. And there's a lot of movies that are not made for me. So, and I just stay away from them because I don't want to get like angry or like go, "Oh, that was a waste of time." This movie was great. Army of the Dead was great. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, I doubt it, but if you haven't seen it, watch it. You know what? Let me know what you think about it in the description below. Like I said, it's got a lot of great scenes, great setup. Listen, it is a comic book movie. Absolutely, I could write this movie on a cocktail napkin. Really, it's not rocket surgery, man. It's very simplistic. Zombies escape through some accidental thing. It's the military that's involved. They cordon them off, and it's a heist. So it's like Dawn of the Dead meets Ocean's 11, man. That's it, and that's how they probably pitched it, So enjoy this movie. Like, don't go into it going like, "Oh, that Saw wouldn't do things like that because it like." Come on, man. Really, do you have nothing better to do than critique the fucking Saw parts? These are things that I would read, and I'm not looking for them either. Like I just put out this little meme, and people are responding to it. Like, yeah, this movie was like shitty because of the plot. Like, come on, really, man? We're not here to watch movies for the plot holes. We're here to watch a zombie movie. And so, like I said, you got the fast zombies, slow zombies, yeah. And again, to me. A zombie is the characteristics of a zombie basically are made through how it's created. So there's a million ways like zombies can be created. Let's face it. If you watch movies, you know that. Okay, there's a lot of different ways zombies can be created. Some of them are ridiculous, but again, like that's your basis. If you have mutant zombies, maybe they can do other things like grow other parts or like there's a billion different ways to interpret zombies, and like let's embrace that, man. Let's not keep talking about George A. fucking Romero. Okay, he's great. We love him. Yay, we love fucking Romero. But You know, let's not compare every goddamn zombie to the fucking Night of the Living Dead. Okay, please. We got to stop that at some point. And it's not even like you're not even a purist. You're just a person who's like angry that there's other zombies that exist. It seems, you know, like the one beautiful thing, and the thing that has allowed me to create new zombie drawings every single day for the past 14 years is the fact that anything can be turned into a zombie. Anything could be the Living Dead. I've done 1 billion zombie animals, 1 billion zombie pinups, zombie aliens, zombie, you name it. I've even drawn a zombie toilet, man. So, you know, that's the beauty of zombies. You can't do that with, you know, vampires and werewolves. It's not the same. It doesn't have the same resonance, you know. Zombies are they're very widely interpreted. So let's get on board and actually enjoy shit for that. Because, honest to God, if you're shitting on a movie like this, you should probably take a look in the mirror and ask yourself, do you even like the zombie genre? You know, like maybe it's bothering you. You should just get out of it and not really dig it that much because it's rubbing you the wrong way. Or maybe just watch one movie, the one movie that you keep on citing as being the original zombie movie in that, and just don't watch anything else because those movies aren't made for you. Guys, I've done a lot of talking, a lot of opinion, but honestly, I think this movie will really please fans of the genre. Honestly, I do. It's a great action zombie flick, and again, like I said, it's not perfect. It's not Aliens. You know, it's not the equivalent of Aliens. It's not that rich. Or complex or like, you know, good a movie as like, you know, Aliens or you know, Terminator 2 or whatever in terms of the super quality. But man, it's really fun. You know, you get your money's worth for it. It's 2.5 hours long. I don't really find it dragged at all, to be honest. That's another critique I heard. Like people are like, oh, it dragged in parts. I don't remember it dragging, and like I said, I watched it twice. I'm gonna probably watch it again soon, you know, and try to get a beat on these robot zombies that people see or saw. I think it might have something to do with the fact that I'm colorblind. I might not have picked up on the fact that somebody said if the zombie got their face shot off and you could see like metallic parts or something. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look closer. I was told it was like in the casino at like near the end or something. So I'm gonna have to look at that. There could be any number of reasons, and there could be a Snyder cut of this movie too that's like 4 hours long that describes why there's like these robot zombies. You know, maybe they put them in there to infiltrate the horde. Who knows, man? There could be 1 billion reasons, and I could think of 1 billion reasons off the top of my head. I just don't want to get into it here because, you know, I don't want to get into wasting too much time in doing the critique. All I'm going to say is I loved it, and you know, I think, like I said, I think the, you know, people that are interested in the zombie genre and like the zombie genre will love this movie, and I hope they do a sequel. You know, there's potential for that, obviously, in this one, as you will see. Yeah, I'm looking forward to more if there's more. It's well done. I love the camera work too. The blurring. People's like, oh, what was with the blurring? It's like, man, really? Because it's creative, you know, people don't like, everybody likes the same, and then they go, oh, why don't they make new things? It's like, when they do, you complain. Anyway, I like these things. I embrace them. I appreciate them. I think they're clever. I actually really loved the parts where there was like this blur effect, you know, instead of pulling focus. And I think Zack Snyder actually did the cinematography in this too, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think he did a lot of this movie. Like, I think he was involved in a lot of it. So a lot of his signature stuff is sort of on display here. But I think you know my thoughts on this movie. I think I've done a pretty good job in illustrating how I feel about it and why you should watch it. You know what? Even if you're not into zombies, man, it's just a fun action film. too, on top of that. So, yeah, give it a watch. I don't think there's a lot of people who don't have Netflix. So, yeah, it's an easy movie to watch. It's a popcorn flick, man, and it's beautiful for that. So, I think, having said that, I think I can be satisfied with my review. I hope you guys are too. Guys, check out my Patreon page for new zombie drawings, new zombie work every single day. Man, I was drawing zombie tigers like years ago, and there's like a zombie tiger in this movie. I'm sure if you saw the trailer, you'd see. So, I think I've drawn like 8 or 9 different versions of zombie tigers, zombie horses, and all that stuff. Like, I've done zombie animals. I love zombie animals. They're just not done a lot. So, yeah, guys, check out this movie. Check out my Patreon page. I'm going to leave the link in the description below, and I'll also leave the link to my t-shirt shop, my TeePublic store, where there's over 100 designs that are all mine, that are all original, and I hope you check that out. It's a lot of fun, and hey, summer's coming up, t-shirt weather. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you subscribe to the channel. I'm going to put out more videos very soon. I've been lettering comics, man, and it's taking up all my time, but I'm going to get back to it. Okay, I will check you guys out later. Love you. Best wishes. I'll see you all again soon.